100 Oklahoma High School Sports over with my man Big E. It's been a couple weeks.
Yep.
We've been off, but guess what? We're back on this Sunday.
Back.
Sunday afternoon, we have a special guest in the house. The main man himself, Lopez, is breaking records over at Choctaw, the track star. As you can see, no matter what season it is, we got the shoe out. We're gonna support the track man today. So Big E, what's been going on?
Not much, man. You know, busy with work and school. One thing I did want to talk about this last weekend, lost one of my very good friends in a car accident, Braden O'Rourke. Just want to send my condolences and my prayers to his family. And if you are the praying type and you believe in the power of prayer, I ask that you join me in praying for the O'Rourke and the O'Neill family as they're dealing with the loss of a child. So.
Yeah, Big E, that's tough, man. I've known the young man. I know he's come to Quick Clinic when we started Quick Clinic, and he was coming to work out, trying to get better. I remember every days I would see him and his girlfriend over there at the practice field, her throwing them passes. The kid just worked hard to try to get himself better, in the game. And, he lived a short life, losing his life at 20 years old, man. You never want to see that. You always want to see everybody grow up to, have kids and continue their last name and start a family. So, talked to his dad the other day. I sent a text out, told him, sorry for the loss. It's kind of hard to tell somebody, something like that when it happens. But, we know he's in a better place. He won't suffer, have any sickness and none of that. He'll be one of our guardian angels. So, like I said, prayers go out to the family and the girlfriend. I think she is gonna.
Yeah, she's still in the hospital recovering, but last time I heard, she's been making a lot of good progress.
So and that's good. Like I said, that's it's a sad deal. But, at the end of the day, at least he went out in peace, and it's not like, he suffered going out. So, prayers to their family, and hope everything comes out okay with the dad and everything else. But I know, like I said, you got a chance to go to the funeral. What else been going on, man? Like I said, we'll have Lopez. Like I said, we got the third chair here tonight. We'll have him here talking about what's going on with Choctaw's track. I got a chance to talk to Coach Thomas over in Middle City, and the girls' track team is like the team to beat this year. He ended up getting a girl that was at Dell City. She transferred back over to Denver City. Coach Thomas is a great coach. I know Coach Jones is a great coach over there, but him probably becoming a new football coach now, head football coach over at Dell City. I don't know how much time he's involved with track. That's a lot of transaction going from one sport to the next sport, now becoming the head coach and the athletic director. But I feel like track season, I haven't got a chance to get out and meet go to some of the meets, but we got one of the guys that's, instead of us going to the meet, he's coming to us. So we'll get a chance to talk to him after one of our what?
After one of our sponsors.
Keep it 100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
We'll be right back.
With 25 years experience in the industry, Linex Customs OKC is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle accessory needs. Specializing in spray-in liners, lifts, levels, wheels, tires, bed covers, and anything else you need to make your ride look and sound better. Call Eric and the boys at 405-778-8878.
What's wrong, Zoe?
Hey, don't worry, Tony. We got our guys at Proactive Protect to keep us safe. They can come out to your house, school, or even your business. You can give them a call at 844-X-Virus-X, which is 844-984-7879, or you can visit them at proactiveprotect.com.
You're always protected by Proactive Protect.
Welcome back to Keeping It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports with my man Big E in the house today. We have Mr. Lopez, the track star for Choctaw High Schools, taking care of business, breaking kind of records. What's up, Lopez? How you doing? Good. I mean, tell him, man, you should be excited, man. You just broke a record. Was it 800 record you just broke?
Yes, sir.
And so we got you on the screen here, man. You out here doing your business, man. I love it. Got your hair tight, faded up with the braids in, man. So, I mean, what's been going on? Tell us a little bit about track season, because last year you didn't get to have a track season. We had you on earlier this year talking football, but now we're talking track. This is your main sport. This is what you want to do in college. So tell us a little bit what's going on.
We're having a pretty good track season. As you can see, it's a cool record at Carl Albert. It's going pretty good. Our 4x4 is sticking through. We won the last two meets. Yesterday we had an upset to Santa Fe, but 800. As you can see, I haven't lost yet, but it's going real good for the team. Our 4x we're number one. We haven't raced like Memorial and Broken Arrow. They're ahead of us, but we haven't raced them yet. But it seems that we're having a pretty good season this year. So
So, with the track season, so what are the events that you run? So tell us a little bit about what you run, because I know you're talking about the 800. I know I don't look like it now, but back in the day I was a sprinter, so I was a 100, 200, 4x4, 4x1 guy. At 800, you start talking about that kind of stuff. That's when I would get sick and probably my lunch would come up. So tell me a little bit about these long races. I mean, that's all you do? You don't do no 200, 100, none of that? Or you just long distance guy?
Just a 4-8 mile guy. That's really it. The hard races, the mental races, yeah.
So how do you prepare yourself for these races? I mean, because when you're running these short races, the 100, 200s, you do a lot of sprinting, running the long distance stuff. Is there more conditioning or more running? I mean, what do you guys, what did coach have set up for you guys?
Typically, we have about 2 or 3 days of long runs, but a lot of long runs on the hills. You got to run uphill to get better. What else? A lot of speed workouts, like 400, 600 repeats, longer speed workouts, but they got to be real fast. Yeah, but that's really it.
So, I mean, I know football, you played football for the Choctaw Yellow Jackets. You started a little corner and played some safety also. You guys kind of fell short in the state championship, of getting the ring, but, this is your last shot in track. This is something that you've done. You ran for the Eastside Steppers, right? You've been all to different big tournaments, all over this different states, California, Texas, and all that. So, this is your time to shine, to kind of get that ring on your finger. So do you feel like your team has a good chance to win state this year in track?
Oh, yeah, a real good chance. Individually and maybe as a team, probably, yeah.
So, I mean, that's good, though. So, I mean, since, you didn't sign over for football, do you have some schools that you're looking at to try to sign with in track?
Yes.
Talk to us about it, man. Quit being shy over here, man. I mean, I know you're all pretty boy and all, but come on, talk to us, bro. We have this show. We have this special show for you.
Yeah,
we're going to bring people up in the house, and you up in the house with us today. So talk to us, man.
Yeah,
Preach it.
We got on this little recruiting app called NCSA. You know, that little thing you see on like Snapchat, and they'll ask you, do you want a football scholarship and stuff like that. So ever since I got on there, I've been getting a lot of looks from a whole bunch of Texas schools, all the Oklahoma schools like D2, UCO, OCU, all them. Oklahoma City, they all been hitting me up. So, and a whole bunch of the Kansas schools. So, I'm just kind of summing it down to some colleges maybe by this month or next month. We'll see how it goes.
That's cool. So, I mean, you do got something lined up where you do want to go. So, you are going to try to continue running track next year in college, all right?
Yes.
That's good. Because I know if you did, your dad probably be upset. But, it seems like you guys are having a great year, and not having track last year. What has it meant for you to have it this year? Because it's seeing some of these kids that it seemed like last year just like a deja vu. Everything just kind of vanished and went away, and now you're seeing kids have prom this year. Big E didn't get to have his senior prom, and your prom is next week. I don't know if you're gonna go or not go, but you're seeing didn't have track last year, didn't have baseball. Didn't have soccer, some of the sports, but now you're seeing some of these kids get to have the sport. And it's kind of sad because the kids at the end of the 2020, your kids didn't get to have sports. So has it been a lot to you to have track this year? Have you trained extra hard? Or everybody's trying to, push the button? Because you never know when that button might get pushed and say, hey, we don't have a track meet tomorrow. So has it been, a whole different atmosphere?
Yeah, it's been totally different. I'm blessed to have this year because last year, I was heartbroken when they canceled our track season, and I went into a slump, and I got the flu, and then I went out for like 2 months and just gave up on running, and got back into football. So this year we started real early. We started training like 2 months before the season started because I wanted to make sure I'm hitting these times and just trying to blow everybody out. So I'm real blessed to have the season this year. It's going real good.
That's good though. That's good. Big, you got anything to ask?
Yeah, I mean, talk about like what you're doing, like when it's not in the or even in the season, just the work that you're doing outside of track practice. Because I see your, I got you on Instagram and Snapchat. You're always posting yourself. You're always working, and that's something to be really proud of. But talk about what you do.
Out of track, working out, stuff like that. I'll post here and there on Snapchat because, I kind of want to move in silence. I don't want everybody to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Right.
At the gym, I get into the weights a little bit. I am a long distance runner, but I have to have that strength endurance. So, at the gym, hit the weights, get on the treadmill, put the treadmill heels up, sprint up the hills, all types of stuff. So stuff like that at the gym.
Yeah. And then we were talking earlier before we sat down and talked, but used to run cross country, but you know, cross country and football run into each other. So you played football last season, so you didn't get to run cross country. But you know, is there a possibility that you run cross country and track at the next level?
Yeah, if the coach, wherever I go, if he wants me to run cross, I'll run cross. But you know, cross is really my specialty. It's kind of.
You don't like cross?
I mean, I like cross. It's real long, and you know, some of those real. I'm skinny, but some of those real skinny guys, that's what they do.
That's what they do. That's their job. Yeah, cross country. I didn't understand cross country and tracks. I know when my daughter Olivia was getting recruited for track to UCO, and we went on a recruiting trip, and then it was like, yeah, you got to run cross country. And then next thing I know, it was like, she didn't want to be part of cross country because I think it does help the track team. I think that's how you get you a little bit more money. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not fit for cross country, but I know it's a little bit different. But I know that you have been dominating each and every week track meet. You've been dominating and taking care of business. And so tell us a little bit about you guys that's on your relay teams. You know, since they're not here to join us in the studio, you know, maybe you can give them a shout out and you know and tell the listeners and the folks that's back home watching the show what's going to take for you guys to win the 800 or whatever relays that you guys run.
Okay, so like our 4x8, I'm telling you, like right now, I'm pretty sure we're number one. So we have our first leg. His name's Kel Hogan. His dad used to be the 400-meter record holder at Choctaw, and Hogan's he runs a 159 in the 8. He runs a 50 point. He should be breaking 50, but he runs a 50 point, and he hasn't lost in the 400 yet because he beat me yesterday. And,
yeah. Team rival.
Yeah, so he hasn't lost to really anybody in the 400. He's number one on the list right now in the 400. And then our second leg is a senior, Thomas Welch. He's going to Oklahoma City University. Good miler, good 800 runner. Runs about a 2 flat 201 in the 800, and he runs a good 440 mile. Our third leg is Aiden Hoover Jr. He's a 159 800 meter runner. Runs a pretty good 400 at 52 seconds. What else? Good 440 miler. He runs a good 2 mile. He broke 10 minutes yesterday, and then our last leg is me. So we're pretty versatile as it is. And then who else? We have a good 300 meter hurdler. He broke the school record at the same meet, Carl Albert meet. He broke the 300 meter school record. It was like 40 seconds or something like that. So he's pretty fast, and he runs a really good 400. So we're waiting to see where he's gonna go. He's a senior too. We got a couple other good upcoming guys, sophomore guys. Colin Whitefield, 400 meter guy. We got some pole vaulters. I mean, we got some girls too. We got some fast girls coming around.
That's cool.
So yeah.
I think what's important to note there is, you know all the times of your guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, y'all are always constantly pushing each other. Like you said a minute ago, like Hogan, he's running 50, but he could be running sub 50. And you know, that's important. You know, y'all are pushing each other. Y'all are working with each other. Y'all seem like a really tight-knit group. Y'all are in sync with a lot of things. So I think that's just really important to note.
So who is the teams to beat? I mean, that's going to be trying to catch you guys. Because, I mean, I know, Gabe or Deshaun really didn't run track, but Olivia did. And I know one time, it was their junior year, they ran one of the fastest times in the right before the finals. It was against Bishop McGinnis, and they beat Bishop McGinnis. And the next day, Bishop McGinnis, I don't know if she had a girl long jumping or something. It was her fourth leg, and she came back and ran the next day. And they ended up having a state record, state time, and Colorado took second. So I know, like, first day you can look good, and that second day somebody can come get you. So, and I know it's hard, there's a lot of pressure, you know, not dropping baton and all that kind of stuff. So, and you know, people that don't know about track, I mean, track is a lot of work, man, because you know the injuries in track, it don't heal overnight. I mean, with shin splints and then you know cramps and Charlie horses and all that stuff, man. So you gotta treat your body right and probably get the right fluids in it. So for the listeners that don't know, I mean, tell them what your diet plan is. You know, I mean, I know you're probably not drinking a lot of Coke Zeros and Dr. Peppers and stuff like that. So what kind of foods and drinks are you putting in your body during the season?
During the season, really the whole year. It's really all all year. I stopped drinking soda a long time ago. Like
That's good.
sophomore year, I was in football, just eating whatever, pizza rolls, drinking Cokes and all that. I was drinking all that every day. But when junior year came, we got to a good Texas group, and so I had to change up everything. I stopped eating candy, stopped drinking soda, all the bad food, started eating good. I mean, here, fast food, I eat fast food and stuff like Mexican food and all that, but, I really changed it up a lot, eating more chicken, fish, rice, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
all that good
the
stuff.
healthy stuff.
Yeah, the healthy
It ain't,
stuff.
most people don't call it good stuff. It's good to you because you're on a great diet,
Yeah.
program. Because I know, like you said, you can't, running cross country and running long distance, you can't be a big, heavy set guy like myself.
Yeah.
Try to run a race like that because you wouldn't make it. But, I know yesterday, I got a chance to watch one of your little races, and you had tweeted out, and you guys were out of kind of what, third or fourth place, and then when you got the stick, you brought them back to second place. I mean, that's just showing you the effort and time that you put in, and even like you said, you came back and played football your senior year, and you could have easily used that time and been training for football. I mean, for track, but using football, and you did a great job on the football field too. I think if you'd have probably put the time in and probably played your junior, senior year, you'd been one of those 10, 11 guys that, they had on the stage getting offers. Because, I tell you, you did a great job covering and great open field tackler. I tell you that, we haven't got a chance to talk, but in that Bigsby game, the championship game, I think you used a lifesaver a couple times, man. The score had been close. There's a couple times that, what's his name, Preston got out, and you was right on top of him, man. And I know people in the stands were kind of talking about who's that young man. And I know you kind of shared time with other DBs, and, at the end of the day, in your mind, you think, hey, I should be out there. But, God has a plan, and I think your plan is going to work out great. You going to run track, for the school that you choose, and whoever gets you is going to get a hell of a young man, hell of a track star, and also a pretty boy. So you can also be on there on the modeling team too. So I said here before we got going, folks. I asked him, who did your hair, man?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? So you got that done up for prom for next week or what?
Oh no, this is
It's just
for the track meet.
Just for the track meet. That's good. That's good. So she braids hair. She don't charge you, because that's just expensive. You know that, right?
Yeah,
So you better keep her, man, because she can braid hair. I'm telling you, I've had my girls get their hair braided, and I'm telling you, it ain't cheap. So Lopez, man, it's good to have you on the show. Like I said, we don't have a lot of people come in studio. We do a lot, over the phone, with COVID. But I think everybody in here is safe, and we want to have you on, man, because like I said, we had you on once before the studio when we sitting in chairs, and you can see we kind of upgraded me and Big E. And granted, we've been off a couple of weeks, folks, but we coming back strong. You're getting into football season. We both got so mumuch going on right now, but you're getting deep into football season, and we'll start talking about some of the kids that's coming up and getting recruited in the next couple of weeks. But like I said, it was a great job having Mr. Lopez on. Wishing him the luck, and hope he can win the state championship with the team, individual, and whatever runs he has. I know he says Logan holds that 400, but I think at the end of the year when it's time to hold up that gold medal, here in about another month, that he's going to have one for that 800 and that 400. Not taking nothing from you, Logan, but I'm going to put my money on my man Lopez, baby. Lopez. But like I said, any closing thoughts any words before we let you go?
No.
I got him blushing, folks. I got him blushing, though. But like I said, it was good to have you on, man, and see what you're doing on the track field, man. I'm just telling you, your name is out there. You can break record books and take care of business like that because, hey, your name's always going to be in that Choctaw books of, hey, what you done there and what you put on the map at Choctaw track. So congratulations to you and then the rest of your team this year. And thanks for coming on. Keep it at 100. What?
Oklahoma High School Sports.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back after
One of our sponsors.
and we'll wrap it up talking about what we got going on in the next couple weeks. Thank you.
Hey, Zoe, I'm looking for some good insurance. Do you know anybody?
If you're tired of messing with the general, call Bobby Lewis. He can take care of your cars, house, boats, and even your pets. He has 2 locations, Del City, 4805 Southeast 44th Street. The number is 405-670-3665. And his new location is 1654 South Choctaw Road, Suite 107, Like a good neighbor, Bobby Lewis is there.
You tired of going out to your trash can, having to smell so bad? Well, no further. Call Spiffy Cans. He cleans, disinfects, sanitizes. 405-423-8824 or go to spiffycansok.com. Spiffy Cans, he's your man.
Spiffy Can, he's your man.
Welcome back to Keeping It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. Spring sports, you're kind of getting toward the end of it, but as the end of spring sports starts, they start coming to a close. Spring football starting right up. So let's talk about some teams that could be in the running next year, just from looking at them early on.
I'll tell you, man, it's going to be real wide open because, like I said, Choctaw lost a lot. Bigsby lost their quarterback for the last 3 years. Booker T's lost some kids that's moved on and went to Jinx and other different schools up there. And, with this new open rule transfer, kids are going to be popping up and moving daily. It's so funny because, I just read last night on Twitter, Kobe Crew, I don't know if you saw that, he's going to take another year of high school, and that's something I want to kind of talk to you about. What do you think about that? Because I see Javion's kind of doing the same thing. CJ that played over at Choctaw that came from Dell City that got hurt, is kind of doing the same thing as going to these prep schools. My whole deal on that is that I think it's good. I think it's bad. One thing I look at it. Go play junior college. I think it's the same thing as a junior college. You're an 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid playing against high school kids, and I guess you're just trying to find a way. And I don't know what's the difference if you going to. Kobe, he had D1 offers, so maybe his is that hey, he wants to get something a little closer, but. Javion had a couple of different offers, but CJ, I really don't know. I know he got hurt. He didn't get to play a senior year, so I could see him, going off to a prep school. But my whole deal on the prep school is that I look at is that is it really going to get you D1? Is it? I think if you go to junior college, and if you're on the first or second team of junior college, you're gonna go play D1 ball somewhere. So
yeah, that's my thing too.
I just think this prep deal has become more of a is it a money maker? Is it what is it? But like I said, with spring ball kicking off, I think it's wide open. I think Middle City's gonna be strong. I think Dell City. I think Robert Jones can figure out a quarterback over there and get it going. He got some athletes. There's a reason why everybody's trying to steal those athletes because he got some athletes over there. So he got the Canajo kid as a stud. So he got some offers. He got a couple kids over there that can play. If he gets the quarterback situation right, and hopefully, I know we was joking. There's probably a good chance Reggie be working with his QBs or a little bit with his offense. And I'm not gonna take that from Reggie. Reggie knows his stuff. Carl Albert, Coach Dunn, getting that job. All he's gonna do is bring what the coaching that he had over at Dell City to Carl Albert now, and then getting the Crazy to come over there and then maybe be his quarterback with what you already have in Buddy in the backfield, and Crazy can show his skills. I know he didn't get to show him at Choctaw, but he can show his skills, what he could do towards with Carl Albert. I think they're going to be in that breadbasket again for another state championship.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that Carl Albert QB job works out because big shoes to fill.
Yeah. The Crazy, I'll tell you right now. The Crazy is a D1 prospect. People say, man, you say all the time talking about kids, but no, the Crazy is a D1 prospect. The kid is 6'3", 6'4". Maybe not on the offensive side of the ball, maybe defensive side of the ball. He got the last name, the Crazy. If the kid gets in the right situation, he could be a great fit. Going down and playing 5A wasn't 6A. I think he's a safety, strong safety.
Yeah.
His uncle and both his uncles played, safety at OU, or one played linebacker, one played safety. So the kid got the mindset. The kid's still young. The kid's an athlete. I think going over there, he's going to show his talents. And I tell you, people's going to laugh when he gets on that football field and he's playing a little QB, and they're going to be like, what the hell, why this kid didn't get a shot over at the school?
Right.
I'm called the school, folks. You know what school I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But at the school, and it's nothing bad because I know they got a kid that they believe in and still that's kind of showing out 707. You know, he did a little throw behind the back that Patrick Mahomes little throw. The kid got all the skills in the world, still does. You know, the biggest thing with Steele is that hey, he figures the game out, and you know he can throw that short ball as good as he can throw that long ball. He's gonna be dangerous. And then you got the kid over at Midwest City, you know, the quarterback, you know, Irvin. You know, I mean,
Right.
you know, if he gets a little bit taller, I think he's gonna be the quarterback at all the schools here.
Yeah.
In the Middale area, Choctaw, Hare. I mean, you know, you still got Jones quarterback, Carson. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks. He don't get talked a lot. I don't know if he's doing 7-on-7 or not, but I don't think he get talked about a lot for some of these other kids. And it's really interesting to see what some of these kids do because some of these kids are getting pubbed, man. And you know, and I'm not gonna be on no haterade, but I'm thinking, what some of these kids done? You know, they're getting pubbed, and I mean, there's some kids like. Out there that I think that deserve to get pubbed is not getting pubbed, but I mean, that's not my job to do it. I have got a chance to get in connection with the Northwestern coach Ken Jordan. You know, people call him KJ. You know, his daughter and my daughter play basketball together. We will have him on the show here in a week or so, and we'll talk about what's it like recruiting. And I sent him some film with some kids that I think he should look at, and hopefully, you know, he hit me back the other day and liked a lot. Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. Like you said, we're going to get into spring ball, Big E, you know, talk about, you know, some of the teams that's going to be the teams to beat this year from class 5A, 6A, 6A small, 4A, 3A, 2A. And, you know, find out what's it gonna take for a team to win a championship. I think this year going into the spring ball, you're gonna have everything open. There shouldn't be no mask. Everybody's getting the vaccine shot. So as you can see, more and more going into convenience stores, restaurants, and all those things that is more wide open. So I think this football season is gonna be a tell of tales. You're probably gonna have the 7-on-7 tournaments that they had a couple years ago over at over at Norman North. Westmore had them, and then I know Choctaw. And some of the Oklahoma teams went over to Arkansas and played in it. So looking forward to seeing that kick off, seeing some of the top-notch kids and some of the kids that's graduated, who's going to be the top name of the 2022. They think that's kind of tongue, but 2022, you know, a lot of teams lost some players, but some kids has moved on and went to different schools. Like I said, I'm really high on Carl Albert to see what the Crazy and Brazil can do in the backfield together as a run threat quarterback and running back. Look and see what Robert Jones can do with Dell City. See what, you know, what Choctaw fell off, lost some kids, and see, you know, who they got coming in. You know, the Lamont Curry kids over there should be a good threat on offense and defense. Midwest City with Urban losing some kids, but you know, he'll be the top-notch quarterback in the 6A, you know, small, because you know everybody else is coming off being a first year, maybe not even starting a year at all. Still be his second year starting, but Urban would be the one with the most experience going to his junior year as a starting QB, so that'd be interesting. But I'm looking forward to going into spring sports, folks, and like I said, ain't nothing fell off. I know we've been off a couple of weeks, but you know, we've both been busy. But right now with spring sports coming on and coming out of track, I know baseball, it's got hot. I got talked to one of my buddies the other day. Dale Pierce is the head coach over at where's Dale at now? He was at PC North. I think he's over at Moore right now. So got a chance to talk to him. I don't know if he's at Moore. I might be getting that wrong, but he was at PC North. I ran to him the other day. I think he might be at Moore. Let me don't throw stones at me if I'm wrong, but I think he's got his team going the right direction over there wherever he's at. I know they beat Choctaw the other day, so I mean, spring baseball is going strong right now. I mean, I think it's anybody's game to win. But like I said, great show having Lopez on, man. Kid's good to talk to, man. Good looking kid, man. I mean, you know, just got his hair braided up, trying to win him a state championship in the 400, 800, and he has a good chance to do it. In this relay team, they got a good chance to do it. But any closing thought before we get out of here?
No, I just you know, appreciate y'all watching. Know we're went on a little hiatus, but we're back. You know, so expect them videos weekly now. But as we get closer into football season, closing out spring sports. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching for sure.
Always a good chance to sit down with my man Big E. Like I said, it's great being back in studio. Like I said, we both have been busy. I mean, I know that's not an excuse, but I mean, this time of year, with work and school and all that, I mean,
Yeah.
we're both busy, but we'll shoot another show. Like I said, next week episode, I should have Coach KG on from Northwestern, the head defensive coordinator for them. Kind of talk about what's it like recruiting and being, a college coach. And as I said, I got a chance to link up with him. My daughter's playing basketball. Actually, I'll see him today as our daughter's has practice today. So another great episode of Keeping It What?
Keeping it 100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
See